got the puncture and I damaged something on the front suspension.
So with both works Fords in trouble this morning, it's left the Citroën boys out front on their own, and after a somewhat underwhelming start by his high standards, Sebastian Loeb has begun to build on his speed. Incredibly narrow here, but the world champion does claim his first stage win in the new Los Mexicanos stage and has again set a relentless pace in the spectacular high-altitude Ortega up to a peak of 2,700 metres above sea level. Citroën have spent years fine-tuning the DS3's engine to fight the effects of these oxygen-starved hills, and like Loeb, Hirvonen has looked in impressive form in here. With Latvala dropping back, Mikko is in line to take over the top spot, but only if he can keep his teammate behind. You can see Loeb's time at the bottom of the screen, and there's not going to be much in this. Well, Hirvonen is slower in the stage, but he stays ahead by just 0.6 of a second. Up ahead in the road section, though, Latvala and co-driver Mika Antila are hard at work making temporary repairs to that suspension. Teammate Petter Solberg stopping to check on their progress, and they managed to fix the track control arm by improvising with 2 ratchet extension bars from their toolkit to ensure they can get back to the service park safely. It's an impressive job from the Finns, and they're soon on their way to Leon. Latvala's delay has seen him fall all the way down to 8th, just ahead of his teammate Solberg, who's fought his way back up to 9th. Osberg is the leading Ford in 3rd, and it's a Citroën 1-2 at the front, Hirvonen just having the edge on Loeb. So blue skies above for the Citroën duo as they arrive back at the service park.
It's been a good morning, very difficult morning, especially the last stage. It was extremely difficult, very technical and very slippy as well. So it hasn't been easy morning, but a good start anyway.
Quite slow start. Don't have really the reason. It was really special. It was some concrete on the road, a bit different from the gravel stages, and maybe I didn't have the right rhythm in that.
All smiles at Citroën, but there's a busy service ahead for Ford in the Leon Polo Forum, with both Latvala and Solberg's cars looking rather battle-scarred after this first morning.
Jari hit a big rock which broke the front suspension. He believes it wasn't there on the recce, so don't really know how it's happened. But yeah, we've come into here at, I don't know, in 8th and 9th position. So hopefully they can pull back to, I think, they can quite easily get back to 3rd or 4th, but long way to go.
With the temperatures now nearing 30 degrees Celsius, the crews are soon leaving the sanctuary of service. Next up, the second pass through El Cubilete, and with the roads all swept clear of the top layer of loose gravel, there's an open playing field for all. And what a rally it's been so far for young Belgian Thierry Neuville, back up to 4th following Latvala's problems. It's been an astonishing drive. But unfortunately, stage 6 would be his last after ripping a wheel off. It's the end of his run on day 1. Neuville's demise is good news for Oyt Tanak in the M Sport World Rally Team Ford Fiesta. The Estonian has had a steady drive on his second visit to Rally Guanajuato, Mexico, and he replaces Neuville in 4th. It was a frustrating end to the morning loop for former leader Latvala with that broken suspension. The fight back for Jari begins from 8th, over a minute and a half off the lead. And just look at this. It is an incredibly aggressive start to his recovery in this second pass through El Cubilete. Latvala is absolutely flying. Despite Latvala's pace for the time being, second place Sebastian Loeb's main focus is on the split times of rally leader Mikko Hirvonen. Unbeaten on these stunning Mexican roads since 2005, Loeb will not want to see his record broken by his new teammate. The world champion is on the attack. Well, and there is the stranded car of fellow Citroën driver Neuville at the side of the road. Loeb safely through, though, and Mikko Hirvonen is becoming embroiled in a real dogfight with his new stablemate. He's still learning the limits of this DS3, of course, and starting the stage just 0.6 of a second ahead. He may struggle to hold on to the lead here. Yeah, that's not enough. 2.8 seconds slower. Loeb has become our 4th different leader. It's that stunning time from Latvala that catches Mikko's eye, though.
That's a big fight between the pair, and Loeb takes the lead.
Yeah, he takes the lead, but Jari-Matti makes incredible time.
But you always knew that with him.
Yeah, but he's fast, and it's still a long way to go, so I need to speed it up a little bit, but no problems, and anyway, so everything okay.
Mikko slips to second then. His deficit to Loeb stands at 2.2 seconds after stage 6, while Mads Osberg is still the leading Ford, but he's a long way adrift in third. Latvala has already made up 2 places to 6th. Once again, the Citroens are dominating in Mexico, but Latvala is charging. The Finn is not giving up. Join us after the break for all the action from the rest of the afternoon stages. Welcome back to stunning central Mexico, where Sebastian Loeb holds a narrow lead in round 3 of the WRC powered by Nokia. With stage 9 cancelled for security reasons, there are just 2 more gravel stages to run on this opening leg. Multiple Middle Eastern champion Nasser Al-Attiyah is finally making his WRC bow in 2012, and on his second outing in the DS3, the Qatari driver is already running in the points in 9th.
Right 240. Left 4 minus, stay in the pit drop. 4 minus and pit drop. 50. Right 1 stay.
After a 3-year absence, meanwhile, Chris Atkinson has begun to find his feet on his return. Coming from an era of World Rally cars with fully active differentials and sophisticated electronics, the Australian has quickly discovered the latest brand of the WRC requires a much more aggressive driving style.
60, braking very late, the 3 right long.
Chris, quickest time so far. I know you're going to say the same as all the boys are coming behind, but you're getting more and more into this car now.
Yeah, I think we made a step on that stage. I've been too neat on the entry and then too wide on the exits, and I tried to throw a bit more. We're going to have to change the setup a bit, but not every second corner I got right then. So we're heading in the right direction.
Evgeny Novikov was a revelation on his Mexican outing last year until engine failure cruelly ended his run, and again in 2012, the 21-year-old is displaying his newfound control and maturity. He's running in 5th, coming into stage 7.
Open, left 1 hard. Left 1 hard. Right.
The Russian has a couple of drivers behind, though, who are determined to move up. Former leader Petter Solberg has been fighting back from his early puncture all day, and despite another deflating tyre in stage 7, he makes it past Novikov on the leaderboard.
6 right tight, 4 plus tight.
The star of the afternoon, though, has undoubtedly been Solberg's Ford teammate Jari-Matti Latvala. On a recovery operation of his own after broken suspension earlier in the day, he's been in irresistible form.
Cox, good. Mä sen 2. 30 oikein, 3, heti vasen 4, pikku soppu. 20 jarru, vasen 6.
Quickest again in stage 7, he moves up 2 places to 4.
30 seconds now behind a podium. You wouldn't have thought that about 3 hours ago.
No, absolutely not. Of course, we have to try to attack. We want to climb back to podium after the disappointment with hitting the rock. So, but it's been going well now in the afternoon. A really good feeling.
Holding the final podium place at the moment, though, is Mads Osberg. It has been a strong day for the Norwegian, but with Latvala on this sort of form, he may find holding on to third a tough proposition on day 2. Way out in front, though, are the 2 Work Citroen drivers. Sebastian Loeb and Mikko Hirvonen have had plenty of battles over the years, but not as teammates. The world champion has the edge at the moment, but we have an intriguing 2 days ahead here in Mexico. With a year's less experience driving the DS3 than Loeb, Mikko is clearly at a disadvantage to his fellow Citroen driver. Despite that, there is still very little to choose between the 2 men. Hirvonen is slower in both the final mountain stages, but only drops a couple of seconds to his teammate. With the 2 passes through the evening's super special remaining, there are just 5.3 seconds between first and second. Osberg ends his terrific day in third, but the Works 4 drivers will be on a mission tomorrow. Lappler and Solberg are in fourth and sixth. It's the Citroën boys who are the men to catch, though, and they receive a warm welcome from the Mexican fans back at the Leon Service Park.
It has been a good day. We tried to push hard all the day, and at midday we were quite equal with Mikko. Now we have 5 seconds lead, but it's still very close. We had to push very hard, to take second by second, but at the moment it's okay.
It feels really good. I'm really happy how things are going, and you know, first rally with Citroën now on gravel, so I'm very happy. It's only 5 seconds to Sebastian, so you know, he's just showing me how it's done with DS3, taking second, 1 second in each stage, so giving me a lesson a little bit, but I'm very happy how things are going.
Hirvonen and Loeb are locked in their first serious fight as teammates, and Latvala is building up an inspired fight back. Lots to keep us entertained on the second day of Rally Guanajuato, Mexico. Make sure you join us again tomorrow for the Day 2 highlights. For now, though, from Leon, it's goodbye.
This is ESPN.